Hey everyone, welcome. Thank you for joining me for this special installment of Essential Oils Made Easy. My name is Karina Sammons and I am a Presidential Diamond leader with dōTERRA, and I live in a suburb of Columbus, Ohio with my husband Gary and my 3 kids. And I am just honored to have a chance to touch on these topics tonight, which I would call the tip of the iceberg. I was introduced to essential oils about 12 years ago. My friend Betsy shared a special oil I'll talk about in a minute. And it really radically changed my life because I'd been looking for something natural, safe, and effective to use as a first line of defense. You know, I grew up in a home where we used a lot of allopathic medicines. My grandpa was a doctor, and so I was very familiar with antibiotics and all sorts of over-the-counter medications. And we didn't try to use them all the time, but it was just one of those things that was the easy go-to. It was what I was raised with. And as I got older and more familiar with side effects and some of the different dangers with using medicines as a first line of defense, and really as I became a mother, and I just thought, you know what, if there's something that we can use that's a more natural, safe approach to try first, well, heck yeah, I'd love to try that. And then if it doesn't work, I know how to administer the other stuff, right? And I'm so thankful that we've been raised in a country where we have access to modern medicine and really amazing doctors and physicians and healthcare practitioners all around us. But I feel like there's a place and a time for that. And for so many of us, we would say with our healthcare journey, that when you consider your health goals and your health needs and maybe some different things that you're looking to address, you would probably agree with me and say, hey, if there's a natural approach or as something more safe that God gave us that we could try as a first line of defense, then bring it on, let's try it. And so that's what I'm here to connect with all of you about during this special class. It's really the tip of the iceberg. And for so many of us now, maybe you've heard of essential oils, you've seen them at the stores. 12 years ago when I got introduced, I'd never really heard about them, but now they're kind of all the rage. And so my hope in this short and sweet class is really just to expose you to what are essential oils anyhow, and how can you use them effectively and safely. And so let me go ahead and start my screen share and pull up our little PowerPoint presentation so it can kind of keep me on track here. Okay. So we can click to this next screen. Here's my family. There's Gary. So we're Carrie and Gary, and our 3 kids, Maddie and Connor and Emily. And Connor always likes to brag on it's all because of him that we got essential oils in our household. When he was born, he had a lot of digestive issues and acid reflux, which is also what I've dealt with for so many years of my life. And we tried all of the natural approaches, homeopathy. Eventually, I did try some medications and saw some negative side effects that exacerbated his issues even more. And then it was a simple drop of digestion essential oil. This is what my friend Betsy shared with me. It was a drop of this digestive blend, and she gave it to me in a little sample, and I rubbed it on his tummy before bed one night and prayed over him, and like I did every night. But he slept through the night for the first time in his life. And typically he was waking up every 30 to 45 minutes. And he was 9 months old. So we had endured that. He and I had endured that for about 9 months straight. So when he slept through the night that first time, my husband and I, well, you know, Gary was saying, what are those snake oils that we're putting on him? And I was just crying tears of joy because I felt like maybe we finally found a solution. And we certainly did. It just piqued my interest. And I said, well, what else can we use these oils for? And so the point of this call right now is to empower you with understanding 3 cool things about essential oils, 3 ways that you can use oils, and then how you can get them in your home if that interests you. Okay, so the first cool thing about essential oils is that they're extremely safe. That was really important to me, of course, as a mom with little ones. Connor was 9 months old, and Madeline was 2 when we first got exposed to these. And eventually Emily came around, and I call her my oil baby because I affectionately used oils on her prenatally, postnatal, from the moment of conception all the way until this very day. But they are super safe, no side effects or addictions. They are extracted straight from plants in lots of different ways. So for example, peppermint, which is shown here, comes from the surface of the peppermint plant. If you've ever picked peppermint out of the garden and rubbed it in between your hands and breathe it in, you have just popped all of those essential oil sacs that are on the surface of the peppermint plant. And the peppermint essential oils are 50 to 70 times more potent than the herbs. So for example, peppermint essential oil, 1 drop is equivalent to about 28 cups of peppermint tea. And if you could smell this, you would agree, like, wow, it's invigorating. It's opening up my airways. It's oxygenating my blood. I love rubbing peppermint on the back of my neck to kind of relieve tension and stress, and then just breathing it in, rubbing it on my temples for anybody that deals with head tension. Rubbing it on your stomach is really great at relieving any digestive issues. And then even a drop straight on the tongue is really uplifting. This is the thing that my husband, whenever we're going on a road trip, he says, pass me the peppermint so that he can focus. Oh, I'm really feeling it. It's better than any type of Red Bull or, like energy drink or energy pill or a cup of coffee. So this is also just in the topic of safety, that they are CPTG. And what that means is certified pure therapeutic grade. And nothing has been added, nothing has been taken away. dōTERRA has gone to very great lengths to make sure they're pure and potent, and they harvest their essential oils. They source them from wherever they grow indigenously around the world. The other cool thing about essential oils is that they're very effective and very fast acting. I think that was one of the things that shocked me the most in the beginning. Is I felt good about using homeopathy and some of these different herbal things, but I never quite knew if they were working. I felt good about it, but I was kind of like a wait and see, which was so cool about essential oils. Like as soon as I have an upset stomach, I can rub digestin on my belly and feel relief in about 30 seconds. The same thing with anybody that deals with head tension or, pain in your neck. You rub those oils on and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm already feeling it working. So very effective, more effective than modern approaches because of the fast acting. And also, this is really cool. This image up here, this is showing a cell. And when we talk about antibiotics, for example, we all know that if somebody has a bacterial infection, that the doctor will prescribe them with an antibiotic. And bacteria live on the outside of the cell wall. So that little furry yellow, purple bug is supposed to represent a bacteria. And antibiotics work because they can kill things that are outside of the cell. But viruses live on the inside of the cell wall, and there are not medications that are able to permeate that cell membrane. You have to have something that's lipophilic, which means fat soluble, that can penetrate through the cell membrane to get access to that virus. And the cool thing is that essential oils are able to get inside the cell and actually impact and affect. So when you hear people say that essential oils can help be antiviral and antibacterial, it's absolutely true. And there are some oils that are really powerhouses, and On Guard is one of the ones that's pictured right here on the screen. This is one of the most famous oils these days that dōTERRA has. It is a blend, and it has oils like wild orange, cinnamon, eucalyptus, rosemary, and what other one am I leaving off the list? Did I say all of them? Clove, which is really highly high in antioxidants, okay? And this smells so good. If you've never smelled it before, just those cinnamon and clove and orange are really powerful. So this is one of the oils. For example, if anybody is ever dealing with a sore throat or you start feeling that achy body, you can put a drop of this right on your tongue. You can put it in some water. It's kind of strong, but that's why doTERRA has created some different ways of using it. Like here's On Guard little beadlets that you can put. They're teensy tiny. I don't know if you can even see that, but teensy tiny, and you can pop them in your mouth and swallow it, and it will soothe your throat to help if there's any funky bugs trying to incubate in your throat. It'll help wipe them out. This is also one of the oils that we always recommend diffusing, and I happen to have an example of a diffuser here. Diffusers are really easy to use. You just fill it up with water, and then there's a sensor in the middle that once you turn it on, it vibrates, and it vibrates like 1,000,000 times per second. So it helps to force the oil and the water to mix together. So you put the water, put like 5 drops of your oil. You can mix and match. It's fun to make little diffuser recipes, and then just turn it on and let it run through your house. And I'll talk about that more in a second, but On Guard's a really great one to diffuse. So anyhow, they're safe, they're effective, and the third cool thing about essential oils is that they're affordable. Truly, it's like pennies per dose. I don't know if any of you out there have had to treat ear pain, and you're like, oh shoot, we're probably gonna have to have like an antibiotic, and then you have to go and pay the copay, and then go pick up a prescription, and then you have to deal with like 5 to 15 days of use of this antibiotic to knock out something. Whereas anytime my kids or myself or my husband in the last 12 years have dealt with ear pain, for example, we just open up our handy dandy, like an essential oil reference book, and we look up, okay, what would you use for ear issues, ear discomfort? And lavender is a really good example of one of the ones that you can use. Lavender mixed with tea tree and basil is my favorite trio, by the way, for ear support. And look at this. The recipe is like, use a dab and rub it around the ear of each of the oil that you happen to have. I usually tell people to go ahead and treat both ears, because if one ear is hurting, maybe the other ear will start hurting a few days later. But so it's when you monetize that out, you're even using less than a drop of each of those oils, and there's about 250 drops of oil per bottle. So it ends up being like, about 33 cents or something like that, just to do one little treatment for your ears. And the great thing is that usually by the very next day, everybody's forgotten that they even had ear pain the day before. So mark my words, that's a cool thing to test. But and that story also just goes to show for me how amazing it is to just feel empowered that there's something in our own home, like that I can open up my medicine cabinet and pull out a few bottles of oil in the middle of the night at 2 in the morning, when I'm like, no, nobody has the desire to like run to the ER, or you don't want your child or yourself to be in pain for hours until the doctor's office opens the next day, right? Like that we can be empowered in our own homes to grab some natural solutions and rub it, wherever. If you're having knee aches, if you're having head tension, if you're having ear discomfort, if you're having digestive issues, and then within seconds, you can usually feel an impact. It's just so empowering, and not to mention all the money it's saving you. So those are 3 cool things. If you're taking notes, go ahead and write that. 3 cool things: safe, effective, and affordable. Okay, now let's talk about the 3 main ways to be using essential oils. And if you've been paying close attention, I've already modeled all 3 ways. So the first way is aromatic. And I know I showed you the diffuser, and just as a reminder, if you did not know this, that the fastest way to get essential oils into your bloodstream is actually aromatically. And so if you're unsure about like, I know that peppermint's supposed to be good and I don't remember all the different ways to use it. One of the fastest ways to get the impact is just breathing it in. So you can use this in your diffuser, or I just tell people simply open up the lid and hold it under your nose, just like this woman's doing in the picture. But also, I love coaching people just to put a drop of oil on your hand, rub your hands together, breathe it in, and then rub it on the back of your neck, because also the fastest way to impact a mood experience is aromatically as well. So, you know, our limbic system, our olfactory nerve, we have nerve that goes straight from our nose right into the middle of our brain where we store all of our emotions and our memories. And also back here on our neck, our brain stem, there's nerves that come pretty close to the surface that travel right up into that center of our brain and our whole spinal cord. And so that's a really great place if you're gonna want to impact a mood, is breathe it in and rub it on your neck. And then you can also rub it on your wrist, your pulse points, your bottoms of your feet are a great place. But breathe that in. And do you know that you can impact your whole family, including your pets, just by diffusing essential oils? So I think you get so much bang for your buck when you're using a diffuser. You just put, like I said, 3 to 5 drops of oil, turn it on. And even if you have a grumpy spouse that's saying like, I'm not really interested in those oils, it's okay. Just turn the diffuser on and the whole family is getting the benefit, whether they know it or not. And not only can it help impact a mood, but you're cleaning the air in your environment. Because remember, all of these oils have properties that are antiviral, antibacterial, antifungal. There's some oils that are really great at helping kill off mold and pet smells, and even just oxygenating the air. So for the same reason that it's really great to have houseplants, you know, you've heard that houseplants are really good and healthy for you. Diffusing essential oils, which are plants in your home, help to give you a lot of health benefits. Okay, so aromatically is probably like the best way to use essential oils. The second way to use oils is topically. And this is really, it's really just common sense. So let's say you have an achy elbow from playing tennis, or you have tendonitis from, you know, from playing the guitar or from mountain biking. You would just rub the oil topically wherever you're having that discomfort, okay? And this is showing us this fractionated coconut oil. I have a little sample size, kind of a travel bottle, but it's really liquidy. It does not smell like anything. This is fractionated, so it has all of the most fatty molecules fractionated out of it. So it's just that liquid coconut oil, and then you add in whatever essential oil you want so that you're smelling the essential oil and not the coconut oils, not overpowering the scent, if that makes sense. So this is the fractionated coconut oil is made to be used with essential oils, and then it helps it to go further. It helps to spread your essential oils further, okay? So I like diluting that. doTERRA has also made a lot of oils in that touch in a roller ball that have the already pre-diluted. So again, just to remind you, if you're having an upset stomach, you put the oils on your stomach. If you are having toenail fungus, you're gonna put the oils right on your toenail. If you are having head tension, rub the oils on your fingertips and then like massage it in wherever you're needing it most, okay? And then internally is the third way to use essential oils. And this is only for these doTERRA essential oils, because this is what I'm helping to educate you all, because now essential oils are all the rage and you can find them even at the dollar store. And they might even say pure essential oil, but then you look at the label and it might say, call poison control if ingested, or not suitable for internal use. And it should make you go, huh, what the heck's in this bottle if it says pure lavender or pure grapefruit oil, right? So a lot of times they are taking, maybe they did harvest a good quality plant, but then they diluted it or filled it with fillers and synthetics, or they stripped the plant essential oils with something that was a solvent like hexane, and all of those are very toxic. So Even if it says organic, pure, be sure to read the label and don't just trust it, okay? With doTERRA essential oils, they have made sure to go above and beyond. They are beyond organic. And so not only are they grown organically, but then they make sure that nowhere after harvesting them did anything get added in or taken away, okay? So it's the full plant essential oil and all the beautiful components that are in there, okay? And so I want to show you one of my favorite ways to use them internally is just to drink them in water. And I always am carrying a stainless steel water bottle with me. So if you're using them in water, make sure it's in glass or stainless steel because you don't want those plastics to get stripped down, which it will. The citrus oils are really awesome at like breaking down plastics, which is good because when you take it internally, any of those plastics that your body has not been able to digest that's just been sticking, you know, for all the years that we microwaved in plastic containers and didn't realize we shouldn't, right? So it's going to help flush those toxins out. But that's why I drink in glass or stainless steel. And I'm going to show you, this is like carbonated water. So for any of you that love fizzy water, I now love to give it a boost. So I'm going to add some lemon essential oil and just put a few drops in there. And you can get like a metal straw, or I'm just using a spoon to give it a stir. And it's so good. It's super refreshing. And I love adding any of the citrus oils. So orange, lime, grapefruit, slim and sassy, lemon, green mandarin. There's so many great citrus oils to use, and you can use peppermint, cinnamon. People get super creative. Another way to use them internally is for some of those times when you feel like you're fighting off a bug and you want to like kick it quick. But some of those oils that they recommend for taking internally are really hot, like oregano and On Guard and tea tree. Maybe they just don't taste very good, or they're kind of burn your mouth a little bit. So you can use these veggie capsules, and doTERRA sells this for $4 for this huge bottle of 160 empty veggie caps. So you can see what this looks like. And you just open this up like this, and you just fill it with oil. And it might look like that's tricky to do, but I'm going to show you. Hopefully you can see. Let me try and get to a place where you can see how it comes out. I just put 3 drops right into there, and then you just close it up. And then you want to make sure you swallow these right away. The essential oils, because this is just a vegetable cellulose capsule and it breaks down quickly. So you just want to swallow that right away, or you'll come back to it and it'll be a kind of a disintegrated little pile. Okay, 3 ways to use the oils: aromatically, topically, internally. Honestly, we could end the class right there with the content that you've learned. That, I would say, is the tip of the iceberg. The three cool things about oils, 3 main ways to use them. But how about we spend a little bit of time just going through some of my favorite oils that I would say are in like the top 10 must have if you're looking to just get your medicine cabinet, replace your medicine cabinet, you know, like make over your medicine cabinet, or add to your collection, okay? Digestin, this is the one that I told you about, was our gateway oil that we first got exposed to, and we use it for all things digestive related. If it's indigestion, or if you're having anything on the whole continuum of digestive issues, you can use this for. And my favorite way is just to use it topically. Some people love putting it in a capsule or putting it in hot water and making a tea. We talked about lemon. Taking that internally is really great. It's a natural detox for your body, and it helps to boost your immune system. It helps to increase the production of your T cells. And this is a really great cleanser for your home. Also, I use it to clean the surfaces of my counter. I love diffusing it. The way my home smells is so great with lemon. And it does an amazing job of taking scuff marks or paint or Sharpie on a surface that it wasn't supposed to be on. Lemon is the trick. It's great for cleaning the inside of our car too. Deep blue, I'm gonna clip through these pretty fast just for the sake of time. Deep blue is another very famous one. doTERRA has a whole line of products of this, and it's great for soothing achy muscles and joints. They have in a rub, also like a lotion form. And this one, again, I use almost daily on my neck, my shoulders. My husband uses this on his lower back and on his hips where he deals with some pain and tension. And my daughter uses it whenever she gets headaches. So tell me how you like using this oil if you're familiar, but also pre and post workout, this is a must have. Okay, Breathe is a standby that we have in every single bedroom in our home because we have diffusers in every single bedroom. Because in the beginning, I started off with one diffuser and kind of bounced it around the house. And then I realized we need to all have these in our homes and sleep with them every single night. So Breathe, this respiratory blend has eucalyptus and Ravensara and a bunch of other oils in there that come from Madagascar, which makes me really happy. I used to live in Madagascar once upon a time ago. But this, I love just rubbing it like right over my lungs. You can put it right under your nose. Anybody that deals with snoring or a snoring spouse, this is really great. Allergy season, this is fabulous. I keep this in my purse all the time just because opening my airways. And it's one of my favorite ones to diffuse at night while we're sleeping, just to promote that clear, easy breathing and to try and prevent mouth breathing. Really, we want to open up our sinuses so that we can breathe through our nose while we sleep, which if you don't know much about that, that's a cool thing to research. Okay, copaiba. You can say this copaiba or copaiba, and it comes from Brazil. This is in the Amazon basin, and it is the go-to oil for everybody that lives down in the Amazon. They use copaiba for all of the things. And this oil is becoming very famous for a lot of reasons, for the same reasons that people use CBD oil. If you're interested in trying that, or you have had any experience with CBD oil, I would encourage you to try copaiba and see if you even have better results. It interacts with the CB2 receptors, the whole endocannabinoid system, but it is really awesome for soothing aches and pains, and also really great for anxiety and just helping calm and settle. There's entire Facebook groups dedicated to like the thousands and thousands of testimonials that people are having with this essential oil. So this is another one that my husband, he layers on with Deep Blue, copaiba, every night before bed and every morning when he wakes up on any part of his body that's achy. And it's great to take internally. So they also make it in a capsule form because taking it internally just gets into your system both ways, topically and internally. Frankincense is one that we joyfully refer to as the king of essential oils. It is, when in doubt, get frankincense out. That is my favorite thing to tell you about this. It is one of those oils that actually helps all the other oils do their jobs better. So if you're using an oil and you're like, oh, it's working, but I'm still having a little bit of an issue, add frankincense to it and it'll usually do exactly the trick. It'll kind of bring that fullness of relief that you're looking for. It's also really great at anything skin related. So I would say lavender, frankincense, and tea tree are all three my favorites for anything skin related. So blemishes, scars, helping anti-aging, helping, and then this one says helps cells perform optimally. So you can read into that to say, this is the oil that helps your cells do what they're meant to do, okay? And that whole cell cycle, the healthy cell cycle, frankincense is the one. And adaptive, if you haven't heard of adaptive, this is the new kid on the block from doTERRA. It's been around for about a year and a half, and it's all the rage because it's called the Calming Blend. I have it right here. I just opened up a new bottle because before this class I was like, oh shoot, where's my adaptive? We used it up. So It is a blend with a number of really lovely oils. And it's one of those oils that you could use all day long. It's very gender neutral smelling. It eases nervous feelings. It's really great for anybody that deals with anxious feelings, sad feelings. It also helps for focus. I love that it says sustained attention while easing the mind. And then the best way to use this, so there's a whole system with Adaptive. You can get this oil like this, which is great to put in the diffuser also, or just rub it on you anyway. There's also a roller ball. So we usually carry that with us in my bag. Connor sleeps with that one by his bed. And then there's also Adaptive capsules that you can take that have different oils and different herbals in there that are for the same purpose of calming nervous, anxious feelings. Okay. So if that speaks to you, you're going to definitely want to try that one. And the last oil I think I have on here is Balance. And this was one of my very favorite oils from the very beginning. It's called the Grounding Blend, and it's a blend with lots of tree oils. And this, I always say Balance helps me to be a better version of myself. If I'm ever feeling like, rah, I just will remember to go over and grab Balance, breathe it in, go stand in the corner for a minute, take a couple deep breaths. And right now, even right now, I can feel it. I can feel it's calming me, and it's very, it's grounding. It's just that rooted, peaceful. I feel like I can be in the high energized place easily. And so for me, sometimes I need something to help me like, chillax. Other people that feel like they're maybe down here and they need something to help boost them. A lot of the citrusy ones, elevation, there's other oils that are really good at just like bringing you up, you know? So I love, we're all different body chemistry. And the fun thing is you really can't go wrong. You can't have a bad experience. Maybe you'll try one of these and say, oh, I definitely like this one. You know, this one really helps me a lot. But it's so fun that you can experiment around with these and not have to worry about negative side effects. You know, you don't have to worry about being a guinea pig in a negative way. So as we are kind of like honing this in, what would you say as we got through this? Hopefully you've already been kind of thinking, what are your primary health concerns, your health goals? And I want you to think about your daily life without those concerns, and how does that feel? Or even just knowing that the unexpected curveballs that life throws us, like when my son came running into the house in October and he had just gotten bitten by a dog, and we had a trauma situation on our hand, and I knew exactly what to do. I'm like, okay, I've got my helichrysum, it stopped the bleeding. I have the other oils that can help. I can wash it out and immediately, like the antibacterial properties, and you know what I mean? Like the unexpected hangnail that gets infected, to know that we have something in our own home that we can use for that. And we don't have to run to the doctor or run it for another medication. So imagine your life without those daily concerns and how that would feel, just to feel empowered. So, and I want to just ask this, do you want to feel awesome all the time? Who does? I do. When I was starting off this journey, I told you, remember I had 2 babies really, and I hadn't gotten sleep for 9 months straight. And I was flipping through the dōTERRA catalog, and I saw that they had supplements. And at that point in time, I'd been taking prenatal supplements for years. And I noticed that the prenatals just made me feel, gave me an upset stomach, and I had fluorescent yellow pee. I was like, I don't know how much of this I'm actually absorbing. So I finally was open to trying something that was more of a dynamic supplementation system. And my mom, I actually went and got my mom's opinion on the ingredients in these, because she is a supplements guru and a health nut. And she looked at the list of all the ingredients and she's like, oh my gosh, it has all the things that I'm taking with my really expensive supplements. She's like, plus I'm having to go to Whole Foods to supplement my supplements and like fill in all the other ingredients, the alpha lipoic acid, CoQ10, the quercetin, the probiotics, the digestive enzymes, you know, those things. So I just want to tell you that these supplements, we started taking them in the beginning of our journey, and I noticed such an impact that I would be remiss to not tell you about these, okay? This is actually the Lifelong Vitality Pack is doTERRA's #1 best-selling product, if you can believe it. They do have these, they're infused with the essential oils. And so every single day we're getting a really great dosage of the essential oils just for prevention, you know? And so why is the Lifelong Vitality Pack so unique? Here it comes in a box with those 3 ingredients, those 3 separate bottles, and you can buy those separately, but it's a really great deal to get the pack. And it's unique because people are seeing results. Most people, when they take them, they actually notice a difference. All the ingredients are made with whole foods. They contain the essential oils, and it's super affordable, and they have a money back guarantee. So if you finish taking the product and you're like, I didn't love it, or I didn't notice a difference, doTERRA will refund your money. I have on the screen Lori's favorite product. That's my mom's name. And we collectively put this together because in our 12 years on this journey, we've seen the 4 main benefits that people experience from using the Lifelong Vitality is less pain and discomfort, more energy, boosted immune system, and better moods. And those are all things that we have collectively experienced. By the end of my first week taking them, I was like, oh wow, I feel like I have my energy back. And I'm a night owl, so I was like cranking out, getting stuff done, and I'm like, whoa, it's already, late at night. And then I was going to sleep just fine and waking up in the morning. And by the end of the month of taking these, my skeptical husband at the time was saying, hey, would you order me a box of those supplements next month? Because I want to take whatever it is you're taking. I feel like I just got my wife back. So then he started taking them, and he had his aches and pains were going away. My dad had shoulder issues that were going away. So anyhow, it is definitely, if you're not already taking a supplement that you love and you're noticing benefits from, I would really encourage you to give these a try for a month or 2 and see how you feel, because a lot of your health goals or health concerns you might notice being addressed by taking these. Okay, so are you ready to know how you can get these in your home? If you have not already become a doTERRA customer, then let me tell you, there's 3 main ways to get these products into your home, and it's retail, wholesale, or below wholesale. So let me walk you through those real quick. Retail is the most expensive way, and that is really set up for healthcare offices or like chiropractors or spas that want to sell to their customers at retail. And I always say, nobody lets their friends buy retail. We're all gonna, like, I want you to be able to get the same good deal that I get. So I'm gonna tell you how to do that, okay? So wholesale, it works very similar to a Costco membership. doTERRA's wholesale membership is $35, and then you get everything at 25% off. And then you get access to all sorts of perks that they have. And if you ever want to renew your membership going down the road, it's only $25 to renew it after a year. And they include a free bottle of peppermint with your renewal, which is $28 retail. So it's essentially a free membership renewal. Does that make sense? So my favorite way to encourage people to get started, though, is below wholesale. And what that means is that you can get started with waiving the membership. So if you like the idea of like not having to pay a membership fee at all, then listen in. So doTERRA has kits of all different shapes and sizes, all different price points. And if you anybody that gets started with a kit, they waive the $35 membership. Plus the kits are really discounted. So it's more like a 35% discount instead of just a 25% discount. Plus you get lots and lots of extra perks. So
Also, I want to know what you can expect from me as you get started on this journey, because I know there's a lot to learn. But once you get started, you get an email from dōTERRA with your welcome information, and then you also, from me, you get welcome information, a personal consultation. You're going to be added to our VIP insider private team page. That's great community, and we do constant access to really great ongoing, like, continuing education and support. We have series, continuing ed series that are happening all the time. Every quarter we do an 8-week continuing ed class. If you're interested in learning about how to share dōTERRA, we have ongoing support for that. So anyhow, lots of giveaways, lots of fun, lots of energy that you're going to get from me. So here's like a quick overview of the different kits out there, and how about we just take a minute and walk through my favorite ones so you can see what these are and which one might be good fit for you. So as you are looking at your notes and the different areas that you want to address, let me tell you, the kits, I think personally, are a no-brainer because you get so much bang for your buck. And this is my favorite kit of all, because I love that you're getting a really great variety of not just oils, but you're also getting the supplements if you see it in there. One of my favorite diffusers, you get a lot of the On Guard products, the toothpaste, the foaming hand wash, you get the lifestyle products. So for all of you out there that are saying, I love the idea of kind of greening up my home and making sure I have non-toxic solutions for hair care, skin care, first aid, all of these different things, then this is a place that you'd love to start. Plus, look at the discount. You save $250 wholesale dollars by getting this bundle. Okay, that's called the Natural Solutions Kit. This kit's called the Healthy Start Kit, and these oils are what I call the top 10 oils. And I want to make sure you know these are the smaller sized bottles, the 5 ml versus the 15 ml. Okay, so this is about 85 drops to the bottle. And so I like calling this more of like the travel kit. It's a smaller diffuser that's nice and portable, and then these 10 oils that are the 5 ml. Okay, and then this is the Healthy Essentials Kit, which is a really great kit because you're getting a little bit more hearty diffuser, and then all of these oils. These are 10 oils. There's a lot of crossover from that one before. So if you liked that other kit, but you like the idea of having more bang for your buck, you're getting 3 times the amount of oil with this kit. Plus this one has adaptive and the copaiba in here in the balance, which we touched on. Okay, so Healthy Essentials Kit, and this is a price point that a lot of people really like there too, and you're saving over $100 with this kit. And then the Healthy Habits Kit, for those of you that say, I really want to address my nutrition. So this one is the supplements plus the digestive enzymes and the probiotic, and then 5 of our favorite oils. It's lavender, frankincense, balance, lemon, and On Guard, and that deep blue in the rub form. You know, it's this oil, but it blended in with that lotion. Okay, and then this is the Simple Solutions Kit. And this is a nice little starter for people that are like, I actually didn't see a kit with all the things I'm interested in. So what if we do this as a starter and then add on to this? So this is basically a customizable start where it still waives that $35 membership. And then you can tack on the other things that you saw that maybe weren't in one of the other kits, okay? And that's what we're here to help you with. Whomever invited you to watch this, or if it was for me, then we can help make sure we can talk you through getting you a really great start. So, okay, as we wrap this up, I just wanna say, if you're like me, when I was sitting in my first class with my friend Betsy, I started thinking about all the people that I was like, oh my gosh, my friend so-and-so should be here. Oh, this friend of mine would love to learn about these. Oh, I wonder if, you know, I had this dialogue going on in my head. And if that's you, if you're already sitting here thinking about friends or family members or neighbors that just might love hearing about this and feeling empowered with this knowledge, then I just want to let you know that there is a way that we can help you share. And if this looks fun, do you want this? This is actually a portable keychain.
and I didn't bring it out here with me, but it's a little pouch that has these little sample drams in there. And we would love to be able to gift this to you. So if you're interested in hosting your own class like this in person or online, then again, circle up with me or the person that invited you to watch this, and you will get a free oil for every one of your friends that makes it to your class. And I just will also share with you a few little nuggets, because there are some people like myself in the beginning. I was like, I'm not interested in doing this as a business, but I couldn't help but to want to share with my friends and the people I cared about, because we were seeing such an impact. It was really like we were noticing the oils working and helping and just feeling that empowered. I'm like, oh my gosh, everybody needs to know about this, right? And at this point, I think more people have heard about oils, but a lot of people don't know about the importance of the purity of these oils, and that you don't want to get the stuff that you can buy at Costco, okay? Because that is not, it's not safe, it's toxic, all right? So there's 3 types of people out there. I think there are people that want to live the wellness lifestyle, people that want to share and like the idea of getting their own products paid for, and then other people that are even feeling like, you know what, I'm kind of looking for a side gig that might be something that would be fun and incorporate my passions and be really natural for me. So if you think about which of those categories that you fall into, and then we'll just wrap this up with sharing some of my favorite reasons why I have loved partnering with dōTERRA, and kind of wrapping up my story. My husband went from a total skeptic in the beginning, and I had never heard of essential oils until we both had our own kind of radical experiences, just cool, where we were seeing the oils working and the supplements working, and we just kept trying it, and we're like, yep, it worked again. And then my husband was actually watching lives of my friends being impacted, and we were able to help people with their health freedom and financial freedom and time freedom. My husband eventually quit his full-time career to join me and partner together and do this together as our primary job. And we job share and do this together. And it's so fun and brings so much joy. And I never would have expected that in the beginning, but now I can't imagine it any other way. And I think one of the things that my husband noticed so much compared to the corporate legal, he was an attorney for a big corporation in town, and he just loved the culture of dōTERRA. And this kind of says some of those things on there, that not only that they care about having the most pure product and sourcing from where the plants grow indigenously around the world, but the heart of the company, the co-impact sourcing. My daughter and I had the opportunity to go to Kenya. These are pictures of Maddie and I think my face is being covered up, our picture is being covered up by my face. But also that the dōTERRA products work and that customers stick around. The retention rate is really high because the products work and people love the product. And that spoke volumes to my husband and I as well. This is just a picture of a fun gathering with our team back in December, and we have such great community and collaboration, and there's so much joy and fun in being a part of this journey with other like-minded people that love helping and sharing the joy of natural health and wellness. So how do you make money with this? Really, it's simple. It's just, a lot of it starts the same way that my friend Betsy, she shared a sample of that digestive blend with me, and she invited me to a class that she taught. And then I got a kit and got started. And then I started using the product, and she was supporting me in that journey until I started to duplicate that. Okay. And so could this work for you? Here's some good questions. Are you passionate about oils? Do you love people? Do you love natural health and wellness? Are you teachable? Those are all things where we have been able to see people that do really well with this if they can answer yes to a few of those things. So, and I just have this up here as one of the last slides to show an example of our ongoing support that we provide. We have another upcoming round here with all sorts of fun classes that you are going to love to get plugged into. So if this is overwhelming and it feels like, oh, I have so much to learn, don't worry, you're in really good hands. We're here to help guide you through and make sure you have exactly what you need and answer all your questions. So text the person that shared this class with you, let them know that you finished watching it, and let them know what questions you have. Or if you're like, hey, I totally know I want that particular kit, it looks like a really great fit, let them know and get the ball rolling on that conversation, okay? And let me just stop the screen share and say thank you again for joining. If you need to reach me, you can always email me at Karina@teamsammons.com, Karina @teamsammons, SAMMONS.com, or you can find me on Instagram at Karina Sammons. All right, over and out. Have a great one. Talk to you soon.